So with this video, we're going to be showing you how to drive the CNC machine. The very first thing to do is open up the Mac 3 driver software on our CNC computer and go from there.
So it's really important when you choose your name, you write your name, that you make it a name that is nice and clearly definable. Because if you just call it the Phone DTech project, it might be a little bit hard to discern it from all the other Phone DTech projects. So if you put your name in the title, that's a good place to go. So if you just go to File, Open G-code, choose the G-code that you're wanting to use, and click on Open. It'll open it up. Now, when it first opens, it's good to have a look and just check that it is that the outside dimensions are what you expect them to be. So this one here says it's 450 by 450, and it is 18 millimeters deep. That lines up with what I expect it's going to be, so that's all good. Now, if I want to be able to move my X and Y around, which I generally do, and I press my up and down keys, it doesn't move, it's because this has yet to be reset. So I want to click it until it stops flashing, so I click it and that outline around it stops flashing, which means now when I hold down Shift, it'll move along quickly. Right, so what I want to do here is I just want to move it over so it lines up with my work. So I use my page up and page down keys to make it go up and down, so I get it nice and close to the board as I can without actually scratching it. And that way it means that I can, wow, look at that awesome camera work. Right, it means that I can actually get this lined up to where I want it. Right, now that that's lined up to where I want it, in terms of the X and the Y, I will zero the X and the Y, and then what I do there is I prepare it to do the Z. So what I want to do then is I want to lift it up so I can actually fit that magnetic piece underneath. I give it lots of clearance so that I can grab the piece on the top. I can put it down where I want it to be, and then from there I use the auto tool. Don't take it down manually. I want to use the auto tool, which auto zeros the Z. I do have the touch plate in place, so I press Y and I go OK, and then it'll start to automatically bring it down. Cool. So that's brought it down in place. What I want to do is I want to take that touch plate up the top and just wind it around the cord up the top there so that it doesn't fall off during motion and snap.
Alright, so at this point we've done everything that we need to do to be able to press the green button and start the machine going. So what I want to do now before we just close this video is I just want to go through and recap everything that needs to be done to get to this point. So first off, I'm working on the assumption that you've got the board and that you've drilled the holes in the corners and that you've screwed it down on those corners. I'm also working on the assumption that you've marked the X on the middle there and that you have your safety glasses and your earmuffs on. So on that assumption, what you do first is you open up the Mac software, which is the driver software for this, which is what you can see on the screen. With it open, you first go up to the file and you open up your G-code and then check to make sure that it's yours. At this point, you should be able to use your left and up and down, left and right arrows on your keypad to be able to move the mill bit around. If you can't do that, there'll be one of two problems. One of them is that you might need to press the reset button, that big red reset button in the bottom left-hand corner. If that is flashing bright colors on that line around the outside of that button, that means that you need to press it. If it is already green, what you might need to do is you might need to turn the key on the CNC machine and turn it on. Once you've done both of those things, you should be able to press your arrows and move the mill bit around, and just remember that if you hold the shift button down as you move the arrows, it moves that quicker. So you use those keypad buttons to get it into the X and the Y position, to get the X and the Y into position over the datum X in the middle of your board. Once you've got it into that position, you can press the 0x and the 0y, as you can see there, and then you need to 0 out the Z, and that is that. So that will have zeroed out the X, the Y, and the Z. You have your G-code in place. At this point, all that needs to be done is you take a step back and you push the green button. And now, of course, after you push the green button and it starts to wind up, it should wind up first before it starts moving in place. And then once it's done that, all we need to do is go and get the vacuum cleaner and start using that to clear away any debris. And from there, you are absolutely good to go. That is everything that you need to have done. Choice. Well done. That's it. Good stuff. Thank you.